broadcast will be brought to you by Gamers United, past and present. We're going to be playing some Mega Man 4 tonight. Last night had a great time playing Mega Man 3. I was able to do a full run through that yesterday without too much trouble. I think we're going to attempt to do the same thing with this. We're going to try to do a whole run. Usually it takes about an hour or so. Unless I have an interruption from a little puppy needing to go outside, so hopefully she'll be okay for about an hour. Alright, so here we start. Here's our 8 bosses. I'm going to go through this the way that I always do. I'm going to start with Dive Man. He seems to make the flow of the game go better if you can get him out of the way first. Because his weapon that he gives you when you defeat him is pretty helpful for me in certain situations. I mean, I can play without it, but it kind of makes the game move a little faster in certain spots. And like I said, overall, it just makes the flow of the game go better for me. So this is the way I'm going to do it. Nice, easy run. Not going to be trying to set no records or anything. Just going to play to my ability and get this thing done. Always been a big fan of this game. It may be the first one that I ever completed. Now that I think about it, I think it is. I think 4 is the first one I completed. And then 3, to 2, then 1, and then in order after that. But this is the first one to really kind of, I mean, 3 hooked me in because that was the first one I ever played, but this one really cemented it for me. After this one, there was no return. I was always going to be a lifelong fan of this series, so. That little guy there that gave me that power up there, so that was an extra life. The little face icon looks like, you know, Mega Man's head there. That gives you an extra life, but he can also throw you weapon energy, life energy, or a E-Tank. And the E-Tank to me is the most valuable thing in this game, especially if you don't know really, or if you're not that good at this game. It's very helpful. The little tanks with an E on them, whenever you collect them, you can fully recharge your life all the way to the top whenever you use it. And you can use them at any time. So once you access your menu, you can use the E-Tank and recharge your life if you need to. There's an adapter down here which helps a little bit with mobility. I'm going to skip it. It's a wire adapter which you can launch vertically above your head. You can latch onto the ceiling above you so that you can reach higher places, but you already have a companion named Rush who already does that for you, so I'm not going to waste my time going down that little hole and having to go back and do parts of this stage again. That's not necessary. I can get through the game without it. But if you guys ever play this and wanted to know that little pit back there holds that, it's not a death trap. And this guy here, once he does his dash to you, I just try to run to the other side of the room as far as I can get. And a lot of times he'll start throwing missiles at you because if you're too close to him, he'll do that dashing maneuver. But if you just keep doing this, eventually you can grind him down. You can see his life bar, the little bar on the right side is his life, and then mine's on the left. And his is rapidly decreasing. See, he's easy. Once you know his pattern, he's very easy. Otherwise, if you don't though, if he hits you with his body, like a body attack, it takes 8 little bars of health, and you have 30 total if you're full energy. So if he hits you 4 times with his body and you're fully charged, you're dead. So you have to be real careful with these bosses because they all kind of follow that. Like most of their attacks take 4 life bars, and most of their body hits take 8. So they can really destroy you pretty quick if you don't know their pattern. Drill Man's not 8 and 4. I think he might be 6 and 4. He doesn't take quite as much damage. He doesn't cause quite as much damage to you, but he's still pretty tough, though. He's one of the tougher bosses in this game, in my opinion. He's easy with the correct weapon with him on him, which is the dive missile, which I just picked up. I'm going to kill these bosses in order so that you can see how the weapons work against them. And maybe one day I'll do a run where I don't use their weapons at all, where you can kind of see how hard you have to grind these bosses if you don't go in there with a... I don't know why I didn't use it, but normally I'll pull my dive missile out because it'll go right to them and it only takes 1 shot to kill them with it. So the next time I come across some of those ladybugs, I'll switch over to the dive missile weapon so you can see how that weapon works. And it also works on the on Drill Man as well, which is the robot master of this stage. Okay, so here's a section of it. We just usually just home right in on them most of the time. So they're a lot easier to deal with than that. This little section here is kind of annoying because they have a small hit window. Okay, that worked out pretty good. Alright, and since I'm not doing a speed run, I'm going to get that E-tank up there. They're better to have it than not have it. Every once in a while you may need one. You see Mega Man glowing like that? That's because I'm holding down the shot button. And he launches what you call his Mega Buster shot. Or it's charged Mega Buster, I should say. It's just regular shots called the Mega Buster. This is supposed to be the last of the 8 you're supposed to go to. They tell you to go to Toadman first, but I always go to him third. He's definitely the easiest boss probably in any Mega Man game ever. He's really simple. Okay, made it through there without too much trouble. Dive Man, he'll almost immediately dive into the ground where you can't hurt him, and then you have to be careful because he's going to come up probably about a second behind where you're at. So as long as you keep jumping and moving, you should be able to miss him. Wow, that went well. Usually I have to go through about 3 or 4 cycles of him going down into the dirt and popping back up, but only one time he stayed above ground, let me well away at him. But he can be a tough boss without that dive missile, though. He can be tough. See, this is part of the reason why I come here early, because of that right there. That helps you skip certain sections of this game. Makes the game, like I said earlier, makes the game run smoother. A lot less obstacles to have to deal with when you have that rush jet. They changed the rush jet from Mega Man 3, which is the first time you get rush jet. This one's quite a bit different because you can't change direction very much. Like, you can fly the jet straight across, horizontally, and you can change its direction a little bit vertically up and down, but you can't drastically change it like you could in Mega Man 3. In Mega Man 3, you can turn rush jet completely around and go the other way. This one, you cannot do that. Whichever way you're committed to, that's where you're going to go until you jump off of it. Or until he runs into a wall and, disappears back into the ceiling. So you kind of have to be careful with the way you use him here. You can't use him as easily as you could in 3. And I mentioned that last night, that the rush jet on Mega Man 3 made the game a million times easier. So I guess they figured out a way to kind of nerf that option where it wouldn't be as effective for you. And the only time you can hit this big snail dude is when his eyes are open. Otherwise, your shots just bounce off of it like that. This one's a little trickier because you have pits on both sides. Plus, the water that you're standing in, is moving your feet, so you have to be careful not to get too close to the edge, all while dodging him. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. We are under a significant weather advisory because there's a nasty little thunderstorm that's popped up around us. The lights have flickered once, but they haven't went off yet. So hopefully they'll stay on. That's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. See, this jet makes things a million times easier. You just skip all that stuff without any trouble. Hopefully, everybody, in the next week or so, I plan on changing my boring background behind me. I'm gonna get a Gamers United logo back there or banner, since that's a new web page that I've been that I started up on Facebook, and the group page I started a little over a month ago, called Gamers United Past and Present, and that's what I'm going to have up behind me to kind of represent that that new group, because I really enjoy it. And if anybody watches this and wants to join a really cool gaming page where there's no politics and no BS and no hate speech or none of that, just gaming and gaming only. We're all pretty like-minded and everybody seems to get along well. There's been no arguments, nothing ugly, no bullying. So if you enjoy that kind of thing, come check out Gamers United, Past and Present on Facebook. It's a profile and look like you do anything gaming, or don't look like a complete psycho and don't have all kinds of crazy mess on your page, and I'm gonna let you come on in. So if that's your kind of thing, please join. I've heard of some people having some issues trying to get onto that page, but I'm trying to work through that too. So if you try and you can't get on there, just find me on YouTube or wherever you're watching this from. Drop me a comment and I'll try to get that figured out. Facebook isn't perfect, like nothing is, but I want to try to grow that brand as much as I can. It's something that I really enjoy. Kind of changed my perspective on life a little bit, just seeing how good people can be. And the group right now has about 270-ish people so far, and everybody seems to be super dang cool and supportive, and it's a good thing for me. I'm glad that it's there. Alright, so this is Brightman. I mentioned Drillman being hard, and he is. This boss is also a very tough boss as well. Me having the Toadman's weapon to fight him with is going to make it significantly easier, but he is still a pretty tough guy, because he's got a little cheese move that he does that you know, he can hit you and there's nothing you can do about it. So we're gonna get through it though. We're gonna get through this boss. Now if I would have hit that wall right there, I would have died, because those spikes down below me, they're instant death. So thankfully I had the hindsight to start steering Rush Jet down so that I wouldn't die there. I've played this game a million times, but stuff happens sometimes, and I still may die, so we're going to try not to let that happen, but it does happen. This is another area where I like to use this dive missile, because it goes after those guys there. You don't have to be perfect with your shot. Makes life so much easier. Okay. I'm always a little scared of that section there. Alright, so we're making pretty good time, I think. But you'll see how Brightman here can be a pain in the butt. If he makes the screen flash with his light bulb on his head, he freezes the screen and it almost hits you every damn time. And sometimes he can, there it goes. See, I didn't get the shot off in time. And he does a ton of damage when he hits you, as you can see. Okay, I have to use the E-Tank here. I don't like doing that, but I have no choice. Man. Tough dude. Glad I went back and got that E-Tank now. Because I went into that boss room with full energy, so that's a rare thing for one of these first 8 bosses to make me use an E-Tank. Usually I don't have to pop one of those out until I get deep into the castle or even to Wily. So glad I had it. I need to collect a couple more though, just to make sure I'm good the rest of the game. I believe there's one here that I can get, so it'll be alright. I know there's 1 or 2 in the next couple stages. Dustman stage has a couple, and Skullman has a couple too, so I'll be good either way. There's another adapter in this stage that I'm going to skip as well, because I don't really need it. rush coil and rush jet's really all you're going to need to help you access different stages and things. So the balloon adapter is across this hole there on that platform to the right. Just go over, but I'm going to skip that and go this way. And normally, you know, before I started streaming and trying to do runs on these games, I would usually get that device. Well, before I started streaming, you know, when I was just playing just to make sure I could get through it, I would always get it, but I'd hardly ever use it, so no point. I think my heat sink's right in there, yeah. Okay, so good. Ooh, that was close. This is another one of those sections where if you mess up and hit those spikes, those are instant death too if you touch them. Yesterday in Mega Man 3, there was at least one stage where I touched them and I swore that I didn't. But game's not gonna lie. You can be in denial, but the game's not gonna lie. Alright, so this section here is a little tougher. Not too bad though, it's manageable. Another place where I could probably use Jet, just shoot across all this. But you have to be careful though. Alright, so just like before, you just use the weapon you got before, and I've killed Brightman because his weapon works against Pharaoh. And just like Brightman, when he froze me, that's basically what I'm going to be doing to Pharaoh. I'm going to freeze him in his place and blast him. Hopefully. See, he's stuck and just well away at him. And y'all are curious the reason why my gun's shooting so fast. I do not have a turbo button. I just have this thing where I can freaking just make my thumb just go nuts. Okay, I can let up now though. He's low enough. I'm not going to run out of Brightman energy. Alright, good deal. Okay, 3 left. So it's Ring, then Dust, and then Skull, and then up to the 2 castles that I have to take care of. But making pretty good time though, 18 minutes, 5 stages down, it's not too bad. Like I said, usually just takes me about an hour, so anything under an hour would be great. I think my best time might be like 55 minutes. And I don't know that I'll do that today, but we'll see. There's a lot of those little platforms there. You see when you touch it, it kind of moves, recycles. There's a lot of that in this stage. At least it kind of gets you warmed up to the idea here early on. And then you have to really deal with it. And see, up until about a couple of months ago, and this game is almost 30 years old now, but not until just recently when I started playing this a lot more. I'd never used this dive missile for anything, but it is very handy. There's all kinds of little cool midway bosses and stuff. There's a couple of those in this stage. There's this hippopotamus thing here, and then there's also a little mini boss that deals with rings. I think that might be the most effective way to deal with him. I'm not sure if there's an easier way, but that's a very safe way. Wow. He's down here, and I think this works good on him, I believe. And you have to hit the eyes, because you don't have much room for error on this. Yeah, that worked pretty good. Usually that takes a little while. I'm not gonna have enough Toad Rain Flush or Toad Rain or whatever the hell this weapon's called to defeat him. But we're gonna. This is what I got. Try to make it happen. Okay, so now we're going to do it maybe this way. Oh, that worked pretty good. I'm gonna launch myself up there because there's an eddy. Maybe he'll give me an E-tank. Maybe we'll see. Now I needed that a little bit, I guess. This is where these guys will suffer to deal with these platforms. Alright, so now the only thing that's left is the boss. Alright, again everybody, if you're watching, welcome to broadcast brought to you by Gamers United, past and present. I've been told that my partner in crime for Gamers United is watching me. His name is Mr. Kyle Everson. So if you see him on Facebook, you know, hit him up and let him know that you saw us playing. Man, he's been awesome helping me keep this thing going. Definitely been awesome, been very, very, very helpful, has great ideas, and so far everything seems to be flowing pretty well. It seems like most everybody on the page seems to enjoy it for the most part. Lots of activity, lots of people participating, adding ideas and sharing stuff. It's been pretty nice. Learned more about video games these last month and a half, month and some change than I have in a long time. So it's been a good thing. So if anybody watches this and is interested, please look us up. You know, like I said, as long as you're not completely psycho and crazy in a bad way, you know, there's no problem getting signed on. Alright, so we are at Dustman. This is a pretty easy stage too. One of the easier ones, and his weapon is actually very, very helpful at the castle for sure. There's a couple bosses that in the castle that his weapon works on, so very handy weapon. Probably my least favorite stage because I'm not real big on the theme here, like the music choice they use for this stage. All the rest of that level seem to be pretty upbeat. This one doesn't seem as upbeat to me, so it's one of the weaker tracks in my opinion, but I like pretty much all the rest of them. Okay, here comes Eddie again. Give me something good, guy. Not what I needed, but that's okay. I'm going to get through either way. These sections here in this stage where these columns are going up and down, they're trying to compact me. That's the toughest part of this stage, probably, is these areas like this. But they're not too bad, they're manageable. Since I did Mega Man 3 last night and Mega Man 4 tonight, if everything goes well tomorrow, I aim to do Part 5 tomorrow, which is my favorite in the series. So if you happen to watch this and interested in seeing more, you'll probably see me be very enthusiastic about the broadcast tomorrow. almost at the end of this level. Boss here is pretty easy. It's not too difficult. Just have to time things well. The only problem he presents is the little dust shot that he shoots at you from his box on top of his head. You don't have to worry about him hitting you too much except for that. I don't ever worry about him jumping on top of me because he always jumps to the same location. He's on the either on the far left or far right and dead center. See, he's pretty easy. I like it better when he's jumping like that and not shooting projectiles at me the entire way. Alright, so we've got one more Robot Master left, and then we get into the thick of the game where you go through the castles, where the challenge picks up quite a bit. I like that this route that I'm taking leaves Skullman last because I like good music in the game, and this theme right here might be my favorite of the whole game. So I'm going to adjust my volume so I can hear it better too. I like this though, it's upbeat, sounds cool to me. Those guys there, you charge your buster up, you can destroy them where they don't fall, you know, to the ground like that. But for the sake of time, I just do that, just walk past them. At the end part of the level, though, there's a few more of those, and usually I'll just go ahead and get them out of the way because it's a little trickier to navigate with different platforms and things. Another Eddie up here. Okay, so I'm gonna veer off. Let me see how many E-tanks I have. Yeah, I'm gonna veer off course and get one here. I only have one. Here, I think it's this level. There's one at the very end of this. Oh no, level down. Shows you how often I veer off course. Good old Nintendo slowdown. That cost me a life last night in Mega Man 3. Okay, so that's the last of the 8. Heading to the castle section next. Dr. Caustic. Had to give myself a quick dose of my nasal drip, my nasal nose medicine that I got for this damn Saharan dust. Just didn't want y'all to see that, so sorry. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so this is the first stage, and this is something I learned early on. Right here to the left, you can't see it, but listen when I walk across here. That's an E-tank hidden in there, which is amazing. I don't think a lot of people know about that guy there, but something told me because the ground, you know, you can't see your feet when you're just standing there, so I'm like, let me just walk over there and just see what happens. And sure enough, I heard that go off, and then I checked my E-tank count, and it had gone up. Because now I'm at 4, so picked up 2 in Skullman stage and 1 here, so I've got 4. That'll hold me pretty well for a while. Hey, thanks, dude. Awesome. I think you're 31 on this, so I've before we started Gamers United, man, I only had like 8 subscribers. Now I've got, if you subscribed, I'm at 31. So that is awesome. My whole intent was to use Gamers United to kind of expand my YouTube thing, but I seem to be more into my Gamers United than I am my YouTube channel. So, but it wouldn't hurt to have more subscribers here too, though. That would be cool. See, how do I deal with him? That'll work. I gotta get in there and clean up a lot of these videos, because some of them that don't go too well. I've got a bunch of 5 and 10 minutes, 5 and 10 minute videos where I only play like a couple stages, and then something will happen and I'll have to stop. Whether it be having to take the dog out to, you know, use the bathroom or whatever. But I need to clean up some of that stuff. I need to take some of those bad videos out, the ones that don't really do anything for me. Whew, that was close. I almost did that too late. Thinking about doing some Dragon Quest XI later, you know, something kind of newer. I've really got into that game here the last week or so. I've really been putting a lot of time into it, and I've been doing a lot of older games here lately. So outside of you know, doing God of War when I do it, that's not super old. But I've been thinking about doing some Dragon Quest tonight, though. It's good. It's very good RPG. It's very cartoony like. The same people that do the animation for Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball also do the animation for Dragon Quest, and you can see the similarities in how the characters look. Hey, welcome aboard, cuz. Did 3 last night, working on 4 tonight. I thought Joey would be with us, but I think he's got company at home. I want to get in contact with some of our other cousins, man, see if we can get them on all at the same time. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, you caught me about halfway through this one. I'm into the first castle. John, I don't know if I told you this or not, but I got tested for COVID-19 last week, and I finally got my results back today. I was negative. I was very, very happy. Because I was pretty sure I had it. I was almost certain of it. So I'm very relieved that I don't, you know, so I can actually get back to my normal job tomorrow. Be an essential member of society. How's your day been, cuz? Yeah, I guess so, but I've found out a few people lately here the last couple of weeks that's gotten it, and a friend of mine that I'm pretty close to, she didn't think she was gonna make it. She was real bad off. She got a real bad case of pneumonia. Had been dealing with it for about, probably about 3 or 4 weeks. and she's just now to the point where she can start eating like normal food again. So some people can deal with it pretty good. I was really worried about it because it wasn't that long ago. I got admitted to the emergency room because my damn blood pressure went through the roof one day, and so. I got you, man. They pretty much shut everything down in Jacksonville again, from what I've heard. Eating granola. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Granola's good. I enjoy some granola every now and again. Now, are you eating just straight granola or like a granola bar? Yeah, those are good too. I like those. That stuff's really good for you. Granola bars are great for you. Granola is good for you. I remember this boss here used to give me a damn time. This one used to be tough for me. But it's pretty simple though once you figure out what you gotta do. Still hit me, and I got a couple shots off anyway. Is that the honey clusters? Is that the ones you're talking about? Damn, I got 5 shots off that time, I think. Usually it takes me about, you know. Ooh, that was close. It usually takes me about 5 cycles to get through this guy. Or more. They're awesome. Anything honey to me is awesome. I love anything honey. My grandma on my mom's side used to give me snacks that incorporated honey. Like graham crackers and honey. Oh, I used to love it. That was back, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this before, but my grandma, and both sides of my family wasn't super well off by no means. But my mom's side of the family, and get food, they called them commodities. And they'd give you like a big old freaking block of cheese. Honey was sometimes part of it, and there was different things. But she used to always feed me that stuff. She'd fix me cheese toast with a commodity cheese. That'd be some of the best damn cheese toast ever. But I don't ever hear anybody ever talking about commodities anymore, though. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. Usually I don't take that bottom route doing that. I don't know how I got down there. Usually I'm up top. It's easier taking the upper path here. Careful, my fingers feel jumpy all of a sudden. Wonder cornflakes, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds really good actually. That's like, there's some raisins in there, man. You have like some Raisin Nut Crunch or whatever that cereal is called. That sounds pretty good. Man, after Rondo of Blood last night, I guess I was up to an hour after I got finished with that stream. I was still laughing about some of the stupid stuff you and Joey were talking about. I don't know how in the world I got through that laughing at y'all, especially going across that damn bridge in level 7 with them huge bats were, falling behind me. Yeah, I'm big bad sounds. I think my closest sounds is probably Tallahassee. I was proud of it, man, considering you guys distracted me, but I think I was thinking about that, and I was talking to somebody about that, about how, you know, I think last night might have been my third time finishing Rondo. And I've been playing it for, you know, probably up to about 10 years now. And I think the reason why I played so well is because I was freaking relaxed. You know, I wasn't so stressed out. You know, I wasn't, you know, very anxious. You know, everything just kind of went the way it needed to go. I don't have what I need to get that. You need that balloon adapter to get that E-tank there. So it's okay not having it. I think I've still got 4, so I'm okay. And I'll pick up more along the way. Most of these castle stages has one in them. Best weapon in the game right here, Pharaoh Shot. Very effective. If you use it like that, you don't use weapon energy, so that's the way I try to use it. But it's also crazy too about that run. I died a lot early. You remember the first boss killed me, and I was kind of thinking, I was like, well, this isn't going to go well. And then I died again in stage 2, twice in stage 2. Once missing the boat, and then again by the merman killing me. So considering how often I died early and still managed to finish it without a game over too, man, I felt good about that. Gave me a ton of confidence in these games. Alright, so I'm going to refill Pharaoh's Shot there. Refill him to the top, because I like that weapon. Thank you. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull that up. Maroshan Instant Lunch. Coolest t-shirt I think I own. Although had I not bought the shirt, I could have had a lifetime supply of ramen noodles, so I don't know, maybe I made the wrong decision. Make an okay time, 44 minutes. It might not be an hour run, but it's been okay. I'm not trying to do a speed run. Dr. Cossack. He used to scare me a little bit at first, because the first time he ever hit me, yeah, you know, I was still kind of with that right there. He'll pick you up and then he'll slam you to the ground, and I was like, wow, that's pretty violent. Which I don't know why I think shooting people wouldn't be as violent as being picked up and dropped, but it's been a pretty clean run. I haven't had any close deaths yet. I've been in total control, so a no death run would be pretty nice. Dr. Wily and his signature little maneuver here where he flies around, lifts up the top of this UFO and winks his eyes at you. That's awesome. Not supposed to shoot him in the dick. It's not cool, Butters. You don't shoot another guy in the dick, Butters. But for Wily, I might make an exception. I saw something that I want to try. It was on James and Mike, the Castle Crashers. I've never played that before, but dude, I want to. Side-scrolling beat-em-ups, I love that kind of game. Yeah, he's always worried about getting grounded. Butters has the worst dad in the world. The only thing he ever does with Butters is grounded. Originally, I found out that Butters was going to be, he wound up being Kenny's replacement for a while, but they were actually originally going to kill off Kyle instead of Butters because they thought that Kyle was too much like Stan. But honestly, I'm glad they didn't, because the best parts of that show to me, and there's lots of good parts, like I love Randy, of course, and I like Cartman is definitely my favorite. But his interaction with Kyle, holy Christ, man, that is the best part of the show to me. Cartman is the worst kid in the history of anything. But his interactions with Kyle, I mean, they are golden. Me and my buddy used to quote them two back and forth all the damn time at the store I used to work at in Tallahassee. And still do. I work for all those stores now, but he used to have me cracking up, man. Alright, so I gotta watch this cycle. I don't exactly remember how this works. So boom, boom, boom. Okay, I got it. No, I don't have it. I got it now, though. I hate it when they pop up right above you like that. Those are the most difficult. But that's the worst part of this stage, though. It's pretty breezy. Boss is a little bit of a challenge, but he's not too bad. And honestly, I don't remember which weapon works on this guy. I think it might be either dust or ring. I'll figure it out. An extra E-tank ain't gonna hurt. They give them to you pretty heavy here in this castle. They give you a lot of E-tanks. I'm gonna start with this. It's either this one or the other, or the ring shot. I don't remember. But if all else fails, I can kill him with a regular Buster too. Ugh, that's fine. I'm gonna use the E-tank on this guy. Let's see if the ring weapon works any better. Yeah, it works pretty good. I like that better. That one's at the 8 of those guys. I hate to use them, but better than dying. Still only takes two energy away from his life. He's pretty strong. Yeah, the way this is going, this is going to be about an hour 5, hour 10 minutes run probably. Yeah, I got through him. He's, to me, the toughest boss out of all these guys probably, next to Wily. And Wily's not terribly terrible in this game. I can manage him pretty well. I'm trying to remember what this boss is. I have a hard time keeping my memory on all these things. There's so many of these games, it's hard to keep them all straight. The hell with that E-tank up there. weapon energy for that is getting kind of low, and I'm gonna need it. I love it. I love that game. Hold on. That one? You know what, this one? I actually don't need that this time. Did you see the picture I showed you? Yeah, it's a fantastic game. It's hard. I bought it I played it when I was younger because Henry owned it, and I was able to beat it back then, but now I get to about the third stage, and it does me in, but it's a great game though. It's fantastic. Most all Sunsoft games from that period I enjoy a lot. A lot of people didn't like Fisher's Quest. I loved it. They all use a lot of similar sounds and stuff, which I kind of enjoy, like different sound effects. And there's one you might like this too on Switch Online on the NES Online. There's a game on there from Sunsoft. It's one of the newer ones they released. It's called Journey to Silius. That's a really good one too, man. You might enjoy that if you like that style of game. The cool thing about that game is that it was originally supposed to be a Terminator game, but something went funky with the licensing, so they, had to rename it. But most of it, you could tell that if you look at it, knowing that it was supposed to be a Terminator game, you can kind of see that it was supposed to be that, based on some of the enemies you have to fight and stuff. And it's a good game. Yeah, you know what? I don't own it. So it's rare enough that I don't have it in my collection. I don't know where that game went to. Whenever I found my old NES, I only had one cartridge left, and it was Adventure Island, which I love that game. But the only reason I had it was because it was left in the console. God damn, this might be a Ring boss too, maybe, if I can remember which one this is. I think it is. Is it Ring? I think it is Ring. And the only place you can hit him is that little orb above his eyes. That's the only place it's vulnerable. Good. It might sound silly, but I wonder if that version, that Super NES Duck Hunt cartridge has any value to it, man. It might. NES cartridges, they still have some worth to them. I don't know if any of mine have any worth. Maybe the best one I might have might be Ninja Turtles 2, maybe. I think I paid more for that one than I have any other one out of the few that I have. But I've told you before what my best Super Nintendo game is, and that's Castlevania Dracula X. That one's pretty special to me. Dad bought that for me Christmas of '95, I believe it was. That was the year it came out. That was... The 10 copy? Which one is that? You mean that you had 10 copies? I saw that. Okay. I'm already at this part of the game where you have to fight the Robot Masters again. Oh, okay. I figure they were. They come with most consoles. That's funny, you have 10 of them, though. How the hell did you manage to have 10? You wasn't doing some weird collect them thing, was you? need to do more of that. I need to start hitting up more yard sales, man. But most of the ones I used to go to, they'd be garbage. They wouldn't have crap there that I'd care about. If I pick stuff up, like there's a pretty cool gaming store in Mariana called Retro to New. That's where I get a lot of my old games from. But since this Corona stuff started, I don't even know if he's, got the shop open or not. Damn it. I had to use an E-Tank on this guy earlier, too. As for that, if I wouldn't have, I would have been dead. What an asshole. Pardon my language, everybody, but... I don't need any of these. Anytime I try to use anything other than the Mega Buster, it gives me trouble on this guy. Yeah, I'm close, man. Not my fastest run, but it's been pretty damn clean. Other than my 2 fights with Brightman. Other than that, it's been awesome. Alright, there's a way you can do this where he won't even jump if you do it right. I'm just gonna guess this is Ringman. Oop. I guess it's either Pharaoh or Bright. Of course, I guess wrong again. Or Pharaoh or Ring, I meant. I did that to save that Pharaoh energy, if you believe me or not. Because you need him for the very last Wily. I should be able to kill him with not much problem. I think I shot him about 9,000 times just then. I felt pain in my arm all the way up to my elbow just then. I'm pressing the shoot button so fast. Oh, they don't give you weapon energy here, okay. I thought there was a little spot where I was going to get some energy, but maybe not. There's a secret to this guy too. He doesn't come towards you. If you stand right there, he can't hit you. Get a little bit more room. Just time my shots. Can't hit you right there. I don't know how many people know about this technique, but it's good technique. I'm sure the programmers didn't plan on this, but just shoot after he throws his 3 and then hit him. And this one here, you can't do the same thing because he comes towards you. Alright, one more. This Wily fight's pretty fun to me. I really enjoy the music to hear too. Kind of cool little theme. This game's full of good themes. Although, like I said earlier, 5 is my favorite, and it's my favorite probably just because of the music. I absolutely love the music in Part 5. 2 through 5 had some amazing tracks. 6 was okay, 1 was okay. The 2 through 5 and 9, and 11 to an extent, have some outstanding soundtracks. I thought there was points where you got more energy. I'm going to try to get a little bit more Pharaoh energy there, because you really need that. If you have to resort to your ring weapon to hit this Wily here, you're going to have a hard time. And I don't want to have to do that. It won't take much to fill this up. A couple more of those and that should do it. And I might not even need all of it, but I just don't want to go through the hassle of running out. I'm going to find 2 more of those and then I'll go tackle this guy. You play RPGs at all, Kush? I'm thinking about streaming Dragon Quest XI for a little while after this. I'm gonna get one more just to be safe. Yeah, I think that's what Dragon Quest falls under. It's a very traditional RPG. It's turn-based. Okay, that'll do it right there. All right, so I should have enough, just in case. I should pretty well secure this. Just hope I don't goof up too bad. But you can't screw up. You have a pretty small window of time to hit this guy. I love this music here. It's too bad the boss fight doesn't last long enough. See how quick he disappears? And that was right on him. Minute 4. That's not too shabby. No deaths. No death run. That's pretty cool. I died a couple times in 3 last night. None here. Died the maximum amount of times in Rondo of Blood before I could get a game over. I was kind of hanging on by the thread the whole way, but not this one. Not too much trouble. I'm pretty proficient with 5 too, so since this went well, I'll probably do a full run on 5 tomorrow. Thanks, man. I think I finished this one in maybe close to 50 minutes when I was trying to go fast. So I'm happy with a no death run. That's pretty good. No real issues. Alright, so we're at 8 o'clock. I might stream again tonight. I do go back to work tomorrow for the first time in a week and a half, so being on quarantine has been kind of lame, but I have enjoyed having time to play my games and stuff. That's been really cool. So, anyways, cuz I'm gonna let this play for a little while if you want to see the last little part of it. And if I get back on later, likely we'll be playing Dragon Quest XI, so I may get on there. If you see me online, you'll know if I'm online or not. But anyways, man, listen, take it easy, cuz, and I'm gonna try this again tomorrow, probably about 7 o'clock. That might be my time to play. Try to be consistent with it. But anyways, man, as always, awesome. Appreciate you watching, man. And hopefully I can get this Facebook thing figured out. I'd love to get you added on. I know you'd be a big asset to that page. You bring something that nobody else there has, which is the engineering side of things. So, anyways, man, take it easy, cuz, and if I don't talk to you no more tonight, then hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Later. Alright, guys. Appreciate everybody who watched. This presentation was brought to you by yours truly and Gamers United, past and present. And if you like the video, drop me a like, hit the subscribe button, and you'll see more of this in the future, I promise. Anyways, have a good night, and I'll see you from the other side.